today we're going to learn some key things in Google Earth Pro. So I get my Google Earth Pro started, and so if you're a new user, let me say you just started, you've not used it before, I think this is good for you. So we have the interface open. So now I just want to show some key things. So here, for the sake of what we're going to do, so I will introduce some key. So here we have, it's called a place mark. Okay, so the place mark, you use that to mark locations. Okay, so let's say you want to measure distance between one point and the other, so you use the place mark to show that. The polygon is basically used to make assistance polygons. You want to get the shape of something, and being able to calculate the area and the parameter of the thing, we would need a polygon. So this tool becomes relevant when it comes to that. And the polyline, the path, that's basically used to create like linear things. So let's say like you want to create a line to draw a line, you want to trace like roads and anything you want, like the length, the distance between them instead of the area, then the path will be okay for that. So we have imagery overlay. This ones will not be using that for now. You want to tell the area, looking at the historical background. So you want to look at the temporal changes time. So let's see from 1 year to the other, what was the changes, how is the place looking like and how is it looking at now. So we use this to do that. And here also to look at to show the sunlight across landscape. So something like this, it shows me how the sun is here right now. Okay, so here in Ghana, you can see currently this is how it is. But if I get that off, then, and here you switch between the Earth, sky and other planets. So if you click on the drop down, you could see that here. So any of this you want to use, you can make good use of that. And we have the measuring tool here, that is the ruler. So we use that to measure distance between one point and the other, to measure the area of a thing, to measure the parameter, or whatever calculation or measurement you want to do in relation to the shape of something. We use this. And you want to mail out what you've done, you can use this, and to print out so what you've done is also here. Here it helps us to save our image, and maybe we'll use that as we continue. So let's get started and make some good examples. So I would use KNUST, the Common University of Science and Technology. So I'm just going to search that and make use of something. So you search, and it would navigate you to wherever you have said to work. So here we go. KNUST is open, and let me see. Okay, so this is the stadium, Pajo, and the KNUST Botanical Garden is over here, and the Google River, which is quite polytechnical. So we have that here. Okay, so we're going to utilize these various tools that we've just spoken about. So what we're going to do here, let me be sure I don't forget I'm still familiar with the campus. Let me see. Okay, so I'm just going to place mark some key areas. So here I pick my place mark. So you can actually do changes here. So the place mark, that's over here. Okay, so you can change to whatever type of place mark you want. Okay, so whatever you want, you can change it here. Okay, so if I want favorite color, I actually don't have a favorite color. Most all colors are nice, but let's maintain the yellow. Okay, so here is the exams for or ideal. Exams for ideal, and what's the destiny? Call it destiny hall. Okay, so exams, that's what destiny is. Okay, so that's over here. So the destiny hall, this is it. Okay, so ideal. So I get that selected. I do the same thing for whichever hall. So let me see. This is the parade grounds. Okay, that's right. So we have the Queens. Yeah. So we have Queens parade ground. Alright. So I got that selected. Okay. Then okay, so I think these two are okay for me. Then what again, we want to utilize a polygon. So for the polygon, I want to, which one should we go for? Should we go for this or that? Okay, this is the, so this is Pajo and this is Majo over here. So this is the University Stadium. So we can have a shape around this. I just needed something like this. So let's get something. We can actually go like this. Okay, so you can click and hold on the mouse and it gets you whatever shape you want. Okay, so we have this, that. Okay, so let's say this is how it is. Okay, how you want to place it actually. Now I want to, so this is Pajo. So you can actually change the class here. So we have maybe the outline, I need it, this color, and the width, maybe 2, so that will be visible. The other color, okay, so let's say I'll pick green, like this kind of light green. Or then pick cyan, which one? Okay, let's take this. All right. So I think if this is done, you go okay. So you have it this way. But this kind of look like something. So you just right click and go back to properties. You get back to where you can change your color. So let's change to something that will look quite different from the vegetative color. So then pick this and see if that's fine. I think that looks okay. Let's give this yellow. Oh my word, what is this? Well, but okay, so I think the yellow is okay. Okay, so what we want to do now is, so we've had our shape, we've had the point, so we want lines. So we just want to draw this road. That's from the Continental Unity Hall to Aidias. So this is the Aidias road, so this is the roundabout. So we have our line. So we are utilizing the polyline. I always use polyline because in QGIS or ArcGIS, in GIS, vector data, we mostly use polylines, polygons. So in those software we have that's very close to our math, so we always say that. So I'll name this road. Okay, so that is road. So I have that done as well. Okay, so that's also done. So we can change the color here because it doesn't look visible. So you go to properties and you change the color to something that looks visible. So let's say we pick red. Then the width, maybe let me go for 5 so that it becomes very clear. Okay, so this is quite visible. Okay, so that's we've utilized the 2. Okay, the 3. Sorry. Okay, so now we want to look at we want to calculate the distance between the Queen's and Queen's Parade Grounds and the ideal. So we would have to use the measuring tool or the tool for measurement, and that's the ruler. So you click on this to ask you what type of measurement you want to do. So we want to use a line because we don't have one joint between them. So we would select this, and you can actually change the units here. So we select line, and we have to orient this. So from here to there, okay, so to here, it gives us 638.80 meters. So that's the length on the map, but on the ground, that's how it should be, and the heading gives you this. Okay, so that's how you do the calculation for that, the measurement. All right, so we can just clear this, and if we want to measure the road, so that's from here to there, what you do is to select the path, then you will trace this from the road. You trace it, go just how you drew it, so you trace it so it gets to the end. Okay, and that also gives us the length, the distance between that line. Okay, so you have 450.86 meters. So we clear that off. What is left is the area. Okay, so with this we can go, we want the area of the polygon, and that is Pajo. So you select polygon, and what you do is to trace around the polygon. So you make sure you trace it right. Okay, so we trace around the polygon, go around it, hoping that will get it right. Yeah, so you can shape this to fit how you want it to be. Go around it. So let me get this boy. Get in here. And here we go. So here we have the parameter to be 621.89 meters, and the area is So I don't need this in miles, I need it in meters, square meters. So 19,832.77 square meters. If you want it in kilometers, square kilometers, you get 0.02 square kilometers. So that's how basically we do the calculation. Okay, so now if you're done with this, and let's say we want to save this out, so what we do is we are going to use the print. So you click on the print, okay, save. You want to save this out, so save, and you look at the options. If anything wasn't checked, because the element of the map, the key component of the map should be there, so if any of them weren't checked, then you get that checked. But all is checked here, so we are good to go. So what we'll do here is just to edit this, and we'll have a trial map of UST. Okay, let me just scan UST. Maybe showing A and B. Oh my god, A and B. Okay, here we don't need a description, so just delete it, and I think that's fine. So all we need here is just to orient this, so we orient this, and here you can also orient it, so the north scale is here. Then after that we save it. Okay, so we save our work to wherever we want, map, and that's it. We are good to go. So that's how basically you can create a simple map over here if you don't want to send it to QGIS or ArcGIS and still utilize it for your studies or whatever you want to use it for. I hope this is helpful, and see you in another video. Bye bye.